Right. Let's see if this works. It does. So as Mark said, this is the first full-sized members conference and AGM since May 2019. I'm sure some of you remembered we gathered on a bit of a sweltering day overlooking Tower Bridge. So I'm sorry we haven't managed to repeat the weather for you. Well, it was lovely yesterday and we were all hoping, but I got soaked on the way here, as I'm sure many of you did. And in the 36 months since then, well, what have we seen? We've seen a global pandemic, 3 lockdowns, I think, maybe more, multiple variants of COVID-19, social distancing measures, travel restrictions, Brexit, the end of freedom of movement, a devastating war in the continent of Europe, huge challenges in staff and homestay recruitment, and now a cost of living crisis and real concerns over inflation. And the impact has been unprecedented. We've seen that from Ivana. The statistics have spoken for themselves, very sadly. And it's sobering to see the concrete proof of what we all knew and of what UK ELT has faced during the past 2 years. The incredible thing, though, is that most of you, our members, over 85%, have survived and continue to do so despite the immense challenges that you're facing. And as Ivana shared at the end of her presentation, there is some positivity with our quarterly data showing that numbers improved through 2021 and that the first quarter of 2022, we saw this 172% increase on the same quarter last year. So whilst figures are not yet back to pre-pandemic levels, nowhere near, unfortunately, we are certainly moving in the right direction. English UK's fate as a charity and an association, of course, is completely linked to that of our members and the UK ELT sector. As I spoke about last year when we met face-to-face and online, we pivoted English UK's focus and adapted the association strategy in response to the impact of the pandemic. And our aim was and continues to be to support all English UK members through the crisis and to maximise the recovery of the ELT sector in the UK. Over the past 2 years, we have been following our response and recovery strategy and have been guided by these 6 principles: agility, knowledge, representation, community of peers, global engagement, and balance. And we've applied these principles across our 5 pillars of activity: quality, membership, intelligence, promotion, and public affairs. Quality. In our role as partners with the British Council in the Accreditation UK scheme, and through the governance mechanisms of the Accreditation UK Executive Board and ASAC, the Accreditation Scheme Advisory Committee, we have continued to ensure the scheme adapted in response to COVID-19. And these responses have included reducing annual fees, increasing flexibility within the scheme for centres with low student numbers, developing a voluntary code of practice for online teaching and progressing with remote inspections, and developing the concept of provisional accreditation and reviewing the status of centres undergoing financial restructuring. Membership. We have and we continue to provide critical updates to all members. Many of you remember our COVID-19 hub and all those COVID-19 bulletins that we were sending out, social media posts and regular membership updates, and of course, the now regular and well-attended Friday Q&As. I think in 2021, we totted things up and we circulated 23 COVID e-bulletins, and then thankfully those have dropped off for now, and held 32 Friday Q&As, attended by 1,400 and more members. And since we gathered together last May, we've posted countless stories and nearly 100 news stories on our website, sharing all the association updates with you guys, with members. So please do check the website regularly. There is always news there. And then our social media posts, and we have 52,000 followers on social media. And one of the things we're proud of over the last year is that to ensure the strength and sustainability of our association and community for the future is we have embarked on several transformative projects a root and branch governance review, and we'll talk more about that later, and our anti-racism and environmental action plans. And again, more on those coming. Intelligence. So I've already spoken about the statistics schemes that we run and that we're really proud of working together with Bonnard. And in fact, we are in the process of working with, through the Department for Education, with the Office for National Statistics, the ONS, and a team from the LSE, from the London School of Economics, to try to ensure that the statistics that we gather are counted in the annual national accounts, which they aren't currently. And of course, that's what we want to happen. It's a slow process, it takes time, but hopefully we are moving in the right direction there. In terms of the training and the professional development that we run, we've had, through online and face-to-face means, several successful conferences since last May, the Get Ready for Summer Festival, the English UK Marketing Conference, and the recent ELT conference. We've also recommenced our vital safeguarding training that we run for staff responsible for the welfare of young learners at English UK member centres. This has now been offered conveniently online, and I think since we restarted, we've run 35 sessions for 467 of our members and your colleagues and staff. Promotion. Since last year, so over the last 2 years, in 2021 and in 2022, sorry, we have run 5 online study worlds, all successful, attracting 500 education providers, 915 odd international agents and partners from more than 60 countries. We're proud to have worked in partnership with the British Council and IATEFL to run Prelim 1 and 2 in 2021-2022. Mark mentioned that we've been nominated for a Pioneer Award for Public-Private Partnership of the Year. So we'll see what happens in September and if we win. That project we're going to hear more about this afternoon, but it really has, I think, engaged so many English UK members and has supported the development of more than 6,000 English language teachers in more than 55 countries across the globe. But we will hear more stories from prelim participants this afternoon. Hopefully this is something you've seen on social media and are familiar with. Last summer, we launched the English with Confidence campaign, an international facing campaign to support market recovery for the UK's English language teaching sector. So we've worked together with the British Council and the Department for International Trade to run this campaign in a responsive and coordinated way under the globally recognised GREAT brand. The English with Confidence study.englishuk.com website provides a single point of reference for all international partners working with accredited ELT centres in the UK, with messages promoting the UK as a safe and supportive environment for English language students, highlighting the high standards in course quality and safeguarding, and simplifying information, particularly about visas and in the past about COVID restrictions. Public affairs. This, of course, has been an area that has dominated much of our work over the last couple of years and indeed has involved so many of you. Our public affairs activities have successfully influenced government policies to achieve the following: students being able to extend the validity period of their original course under the 11-month visa, progress towards the recognition of the Accreditation UK scheme as an educational oversight body, enhanced partnership with DIT and the British Council through Prelim and campaigns like English with Confidence that we just mentioned, CARF, the COVID Additional Relief Fund, being available for those yet to receive business rates relief, although frustratingly to a very varied degree between different local authorities. So we're still working on that. And language schools being explicitly referenced in the ARG guidance. We've been working closely with some of you on our External Relations Advisory group, the XRAG, and have raised the profile of UK ELT and the wider membership in campaigning and lobbying activities. So I think many of you may be aware of these, but last year we achieved enhanced contact with MPs, Lords and Ministers via parliamentary questions and adjournment debate. which you may have seen on parliamentary TV, if that's your bag. Countless MP letters, a letter to Boris Johnson, signed by 36 Tory MPs, which is a great number, an MP roundtable, which is well attended, and several helpful interventions by parliamentarians in the Ratings Bill amendment and debate. We've also achieved, and some of this recently that you will have seen, some good national media coverage on several occasions, both articles, radio, TV news, by the Financial Times, the Guardian, the Telegraph, and the BBC. And thank you to those of you who have responded to requests, often at quite last minute for interviews. And when we do these things, it's never clear if you're actually going to appear on the TV, or if the journalist is going to show up, or if the story is going to be kicked off for some other news. So thank you for being responsive and helping us with our media coverage. As Mark mentioned when he opened, we're immensely proud of what we have done to support you through the COVID-19 pandemic. And we're really, really pleased to be recognised by the Pioneer Awards in 2021 when we were named the Association of the Year. That was a great accolade, and we were really grateful to receive that award. So that was the part of my presentation where we were reflecting and looking back. Maybe if those of you who are kind of keen Sherlock Holmes might have noticed there was the photo at the beginning of this was I think it was a beach with reflections. We chose it carefully to be reflective. But now we want to look forward. And I'm pleased that I'm here and I'm going to share with you today a story, hopefully, of hope and ambition as we look forward. We're excited to share our new vision for a UK English language teaching sector that transforms lives through learning and intercultural understanding. This vision is the foundation of our new strategy for our association, which will take us into the second quarter of the 21st century. A new strategy discussed and developed by the Board of Trustees and the executive team, beginning with a productive workshop weekend towards the end of last year. And this strategy is being launched at a critical time for our industry and our members, as we've been hearing. UK ELT has been massively challenged by the pandemic and the end of freedom of movement. Rebuilding confidence in travel will take time, and our customer base, mainly European teenagers and young adults, are looking at alternatives to study as a result of our post-EU border policies. School groups and parties of teenagers who came for study holidays on their ID cards are being attracted to our competitors in Malta and Ireland, where they can continue to enjoy passport-free travel. Young adults who used to practice their English and fund themselves by working while studying are taking shorter courses or going elsewhere. And we know it's not just student supply which has been affected by COVID and new immigration regulations, but also, as we discussed earlier, staffing and homestay hosts too. And we recognise that this capacity challenge is the major obstacle blocking the way forward for UK ELT sector recovery and growth. These factors, coupled with continued uncertainty around international relations, the cost of living crisis, and now also inflation, mean that we and you, our members, are going to have to work really hard to regain our position as the #1 destination to learn English in the world. But I said it was going to be a hopeful and ambitious story, so we move on. English UK's mission is to harness the collective energy of our membership to champion and advance UK ELT. You can recognise some of the faces on our slide here. Thanks for lending us your face, Tim. Our association's shared values, as defined in our mission statement, are at the heart of all that we do. And we're really proud of these values that we have now defined. Community. We can do more together than we can alone. We celebrate and support each other. I'd like to take this moment to recognise those individuals who volunteer their time for our community, who organise, enable and lead us. And please do accept my apologies if I've inadvertently missed any names. Over the last year, these people have served on English UK and English UK subgroup boards, sub-boards, advisory groups and committees. They voluntarily contribute their time, their expertise, skills, advice, ideas, and insights. They are our community leaders, and we thank them for their service. And to these names, we can add countless others who contribute informally, whether it's by responding to our requests for media quotes and appearances, joining our action groups, writing to their MPs, sharing information with their colleagues on the forum, hosting film crews for our video productions, completing our urgent pop surveys for hastily arranged political meetings like the other week, and far more. So thank you to everybody who appears on this list and everyone else who doesn't, who has contributed to the association's activities and continues to do so. Inclusivity. Everybody belongs in UK ELT. We embrace diversity and value everyone's perspectives and contributions to our community. Last year, we launched English UK's anti-racism plan, becoming anti-racist, promoting a fairer, more inclusive and equitable UK ELT sector. This plan is part of our commitment to creating a fairer, safer and a better industry for everyone. The plan outlines our anti-racist commitment, approach, vision and strategic aims. And we are grateful to those who have volunteered to join our anti-racism action group. Integrity. We are accountable for our actions and inactions. We treat everyone with respect, honesty, and professionalism. I am beyond proud that even in moments of profound crisis, this value, this backbone of English UK and UK ELT has held firm. And I know this because English UK has a safety net for students and international partners who feel that they have not been treated fairly, our independent complaints process. And in 2021, despite unprecedented upheaval for the whole sector, our executive team handled just 23 complaints, of which 14 were resolved through arbitration, and only 9 were escalated to our independent ombudsman for judgment. And we will hear more about his report during the AGM. Responsibility. We prioritise the safety and well-being of our students, our staff, colleagues, partners, peers, and communities. Now, this sense of responsibility extends far beyond our immediate circle to the wider international community too. We partner with RefuAid, a charity that works to restore independence and dignity to refugees. RefuAid works with UK language centres to give their clients access to the language teaching they need to pass IELTS or OET exams, allowing them to continue their careers or education in the UK. Now, more than 80 of you of English UK member centres have supported RefuAid since it was founded in 2015, with over 600 students getting their English language qualification. Following the invasion of Ukraine, RefuAid is in the process of scaling up all current programmes to meet demand. And even prior to the invasion of Ukraine, RefuAid's waiting list was in the thousands as the charities work to support those individuals who fled Afghanistan. So they are looking to rapidly increase the capacity of the language programme fourfold, from 250 to 1,000 students. So if you're not one of those 80 schools already working with RefuAid, then please do speak to Mohib, who is over there and will be outside in the exhibition area, and his colleagues about signing up as a partner for RefuAid. And thank you to all those who are already doing so much. Sustainability. We believe in turning UK ELT green to help protect our planet, build hope, and secure our future. Turning Green, an environmental action plan for the UK ELT sector, is English UK's first environmental action plan. And the plan acknowledges that English UK and the UK ELT sector can and must join the international movement for climate action and help protect our planet and our future. The plan looks both at the direct action we can take, like reducing English UK's emissions, and how we can use our platform to encourage and support environmental action across the UK ELT sector. For those of you who are at the ELT conference just a few weeks ago, that happened to fall on Earth Day, it was our first meat-free conference. It went down very well and the lunch was absolutely delicious, so changes are happening. At English UK, we strive to do better, always, and seize new opportunities. Our new strategy will outline the major ways in which we will work to do that in the coming years. Earlier, I promised you ambition, and I have 5 ambitions to share with you. To be effective, we need to focus on specific key ambitions that will inspire and mobilise our leadership, our executive team, our members, and our partners. Ambition 1. We will successfully build a growing, strong, engaged community of members. English UK is an association run by its members. Our strength is in our numbers and the engagement of our community. Whilst it is true that the number of English UK members has dropped during the pandemic, thanks to mandatory accreditation on all immigration routes for all international students, a point on which we lobbied for many years, we are now welcoming new centres into membership. So even in the last 15 difficult months for our industry, we have been joined by 18 new member centres. So if you're one of them here today, we wish you the warmest of welcomes. We've already seen the names of the many members who volunteer their time on behalf of the association. This hybrid members conference is being attended by the highest proportion of our membership that we can remember ever seeing. The recent board election attracted a 46% turnout, 8% higher than last year. And we think that's a record. We're not 100% certain, but I'm going to claim it. Yet we strive to do better, always. To that end, the board are reviewing the most appropriate membership criteria for the association. We will shortly be launching our membership engagement project, beginning with a request for your views and feedback by our formal members survey. And the governance review, led by our governance task and finish group under the guidance of Timothy Blake, our chair, has had member engagement as one of its 3 overriding principles. We want English UK to matter to you all. And so the first product of the governance review is revised articles of association, redrafted as a document that is clear and meaningful for everybody. Hopefully you've read it, and we will be asking you to adopt this document during the AGM later this morning. There is also the opportunity to join Timothy to discuss the English UK rulebook at one of our roundtables this afternoon, and we encourage you all to play your part. Ambition 2, we will successfully influence policymakers, raise the industry's profile, and develop relationships to optimise the operating environment for UK ELT. We are looking to access further government support to counter the devastation wrought by the pandemic, while securing an operating environment to maximise recovery. We will do this by influencing government policies to create opportunities, raising ELT's profile and promoting the English UK brand, and collaborating through extending our network and nurturing existing relationships. Our asks of government around targeted support for ELT centres, tailored visas and immigration, and marketing on a national scale are summarised in our latest position paper. There'll be an opportunity to discuss our external relations ambitions with the English UK team and trustees in one of the roundtables this afternoon. So do join that if you are interested in getting involved in our lobbying activities. Ambition 3, we will successfully promote English UK and UK ELT to increase student numbers and maximise sector recovery. We recognise that rebuilding travel confidence will take time, and student supply is threatened by new immigration regulations too. But we also recognise that we have a great story to tell, a network of trusted partners around the world, and a legacy as the world's most popular destination to learn English. We will monitor emerging trends and share critical market intelligence so that you and we can respond and adapt our market development strategies accordingly. We will maximise sector recovery by leveraging the influence and reach of the global footprint of our partners at the British Council and the Department for International Trade through the English with Confidence campaign, the next stage of which will see the launch of several new promotional and informational videos, thanks to funding from DIT. We will engage with our international partners, sharing information, seeking new market opportunities, and providing space for members to build productive relationships. With that in mind, I'm pleased to let you know that in 2023, Study World will take place face-to-face in a new London venue early in March and online in September. So keep your eyes peeled for the information as that comes out. We are working hard to try to make these events as accessible as possible, as we have done for the last couple of years, and keep the prices affordable for members. So watch out for more information to come. Ambition 4, we will significantly strengthen the UK ELT sector capacity through supporting staff and homestay host recruitment and continuing professional development. We are a people industry. Our staff and our homestay hosts are on the front line of delivering the learning experience of which UK ELT is rightly proud. They are our greatest assets. It's therefore critical to our success that we're able to recruit and retain enough appropriately qualified staff and enthusiastic, welcoming homestay hosts to meet the demands of growth and recovery, both now and in the future. We recognise that as a sector, we are facing a capacity challenge, a challenge that will quickly become a crisis if we do not rise to meet it. But rise to meet it we will. We'll do this by lobbying and stakeholder engagement, working with our partners at the British Council and Accreditation UK, assessment bodies and TEFL qualification providers. We will do this through a communication strategy, aiming to increase the visibility of the opportunities in our sector, improve the pipeline and promote fit-for-purpose recruitment channels. And we will do this through member support, offering professional development and training and chances to network and share ideas. Ambition 5, we will successfully turn UK ELT green to help protect our planet, build hope and secure our future. We not only want to build a green culture at English UK, but we want to facilitate a green transformation in our sector too. Our environmental action plan commits English UK to prioritising and resourcing environmental action, reducing our emissions and negative impact from energy, water, transport, consumption and events, communicating our plans and actions and leading by example, encouraging, helping and promoting member action, measuring and reporting the carbon footprint of our association, and supporting, amplifying and promoting green UK ELT. So that's our 5 ambitions. But before I wrap up, I'd like to pay tribute to these people, the English UK team. Like many organisations in the ELT sector, we are now a smaller, leaner group. But what we lack in resources, we more than make up for in resourcefulness. Between them, this group of 10 people have more than 140 years of service to English UK and its predecessor organisations, don't laugh, under their belts. And you might ask the question why, and they sometimes ask that question too. But I believe that these 10 people keep coming to work every day for the same reasons that you all keep showing up, despite the 2 worst years that the industry has ever faced, and the size of the challenges ahead. We all believe in our shared vision for a UK ELT sector that does transform lives through learning and intercultural understanding. At English UK, we are the enablers, we are the facilitators, but it's you, our members, and your colleagues who actually do the transforming of lives. So every day when we speak to members, we are inspired by you. And that's why we do what we do for more than 140 years between us and counting. So I'd like to thank you all, the English UK members, for inspiring my team to do their best on your behalf every single day. And to thank you for your inspiration. Thank you for your sense of community. We face many uphill struggles, but we can climb those mountains together and we can keep transforming lives. Thank you very much.